The Trust originally had a very small building on the reserve at Rye Harbour. A new building was needed as a base for the nature reserve manager, the staff and their volunteers, but primarily the new building would provide education and exhibition spaces and a cafe. There were environmental challenges due to its coastal location with tidal flooding and erosion. So the building is raised up off the ground and in high tide can often be surrounded by water and appear like an island. Having the building raised in a series of pile-driven columns helps provide dramatic, unrestricted views. An external balcony provides an outdoor education space and a link to a wildlife garden. The cafe doubles as a viewing gallery with perimeter seating on the ledge looking out over the salt marsh and incorporates binoculars and interpretation. It was important to be able to see into the building from outside and have it appear approachable. The building is serviced by an underground connection with power, data, water supply and waste. As the roof is large and south-facing, solar panels are included and these provide a significant amount of power to the building, including an air source heat pump. Materials were carefully chosen for durability and appearance. The main material on the outside of the building is locally sourced sweet chestnut from a coppice woodland. This type of timber is ideal for use in coastal environments and is sustainable.
The configuration of the bridge is a double arch, a 20-metre span to clear the Arctic burn and a further 10-metre span across an area of floodplain, connecting the high points on either side of the crossing. This arch arrangement is ideally suited to an innovative bridge structure made from short lengths of timber. These are laminates and are generally about 1.5 metres to 2 metres long, with depths of 250mm and 50mm wide. And in this case, the construction is a glue and screw method, whereby the timbers are vertically laminated using glue and screws between each row of laminate to create what is effectively a solid mass of timber. And added to this base structure, the guarding on either side of the bridge is an expressive three-dimensional sculptural form constructed from timber lengths connected into panels and mounted off the primary support rails. The primary timber for the bridge is homegrown Scottish larch, sourced locally from the woods to the north-east of DOUNE. The two structural arches were manufactured off-site and then delivered to site. Due to the inherent structural strength, lifting equipment could then also be minimised using two mobile excavators, one at each end, to navigate through the woodland down to the riverbank. And then finally the bridge was installed without the need for any scaffolding inside the sensitive watercourse. Our real goal was to provide a showcase for others of the use of indigenous materials and context-driven design to create the longest single span of a timber glue and screw arch that's been ever built, and really hopefully widens the potential use of this solution for future projects.
The deanery was separated from the cathedral, both physically and in architectural style and orientation. It's also set at a higher level than the cathedral, and its only link to the cloisters was via a narrow external ramp called the slope. The proposal saw the deanery building carefully restored and remodelled to provide a cafe, community rooms and offices. The deanery outbuildings were adapted and extended to create a fully safeguarded education space and family-orientated exhibition area. The new build element of the project sits on the land between the deanery and the cloisters. This new part of the building accommodates the main reception, shop and an exhibition hall displaying the Roman frieze. A sheltered courtyard space has been created between the new link building and the deanery. Bronze panels line the east elevation, perforated with the diamond trellis motif seen throughout the cathedral. A new glazed slide runs along the east edge of the courtyard, with a staring lift leading down to the cloisters and onto the cathedral. The deanery windows to the south were carefully adapted to create double doors opening into the new cafe. The west-facing element accommodates the main visitor centre and shop. The form addresses the somewhat awkward geometrical and architectural relationship between the Victorian deanery and the ancient cloisters. It features projecting angled limestone piers with glazed openings orientated towards the newly landscaped gardens. The new elevation connects back to the cloisters with a gently curved ashlar wall. Inside the shop, a linear roof light, aligning with the deanery gable, spans between the CLT rafters, providing natural light and ventilation to the space. The shop's been fitted out with bespoke oak units designed to interlock with limestone piers, maximising the display area. The new visitor centre and gardens have unlocked a previously inaccessible site within the cathedral quarter, creating a welcoming and accessible environment whilst helping to ensure the sustainable future of one of the country's most significant buildings.